All right, and we're live. No viewers yet. We'll see what else is going on. Zero viewers. Chat. Okay. All right. So now I'm just waiting for some viewers. See who shows up. Okay. Okay. So I don't know what else is happening here, but it's gonna be good. Okay, so I'm signed on, and it is sunny out, so don't expect a lot of people, but it's chauntysplain@gmail.com. Chaunty Splain is called Acting and Modeling Networking with Chaunty. See you soon. On air. Okay, so I'm signed. All right. Zero viewers still, so let's see. I wonder if there's a link to this. There is a link. Okay. I'm going to share that with people now. Oops. La, 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 la. Facebook. All right, so let's see who shows up. No viewers so far. We're going to do a Q&A. How do I enable it? Chats. Okay. I'm going through my Facebook groups that I'm a part of. Let them know. Oh, someone was here. Oh, hi. All right, that's okay. All right, good. You can hear me. Any questions? I'm gonna move around a little bit here. I'm gonna make a coffee. Coffee status girl is gonna make a coffee. Okay. Let's see here. Wondering how you got cast into the new Ghostbusters movie. Okay. And you're having coffee too? Good. Coffee is great. It's amazing for everything. So for the Gene B movie, ooh, let me grab the door here. Too much background stuff going on. I was cast through a casting agency in Boston, and I was cast for actually 2 parts. So I may show up twice in the movie, or more than twice. You need help? All right, Mom, I'm doing a video right now. Okay. All right. There we go. So, yeah, my little door adventure there was kind of entertaining. But yeah, so I was cast by a casting company in Boston, and they basically just had my headshot and resume, headshot on one side, resume on the other, on file. And I do have an Agency Pro profile, so I believe it's agencyprosoftware.com, but double check me on that because, it's on Google and you'll be able to sign up. It's free, or you can pay for it monthly. If you pay for it monthly, sometimes they do give you more castings to follow up on. So that was really helpful. So they called me up for that, and it was just really exciting. I said yes right away, and then I went and acted. So I'm excited. That wasn't my first acting job, no. My first acting job, well, I did theater my whole life, but my first official acting job where I was paid was through an indie film called Killing Khan, and I was the main character by chance. And it was an action film, and this guy named Khan, he killed 3 of my sisters. So I went out for revenge to Russia and shot off a lot of very cool weapons, including a rocket launcher, a real rocket launcher, and there were some real pistols there too, but we had, police aware and neighbors aware and stuff like that. And also I'm on imdb.com, so I'm ranked with the stars. I also did Manchester by the Sea, which is a smaller, feature film coming out soon. I think it may have come out already. I'm in Joy. I am in Ted 2, and I'm behind Mark Wahlberg to the right, dancing when he is upset about breaking up with Mila Kunis and talking to Ted. I'm wearing a blue dress, and I have brown hair in that one. And then I was also in Good Kids, which is coming out soon. I'm sure you've seen the trailer. And they put me right in front of the main characters for that one, and a lot of very important scenes. So I don't think I will be cut out of that movie, which is good. And then, okay, yeah, definitely look at that. That would be cool. Yeah, the Ghostbuster stuff is really exciting, just because there's so many fans that are still around. And I feel that they chose the perfect time to recreate it and kind of cause a little controversy because it's all women now instead of men. For the main characters. Let me grab my soy milk. Okay. I got this. I love this stuff. It's so good. So I'll be making the coffee here. Robin Shelby, Ghost in Part 2. Popular. Oh, she drinks that too? Yeah, nice. She's smart. Robin Shelby. I'll have to check her up. Sounds very familiar. She's a Ghost in Part 2. Also very popular. Okay, cool. She's in the old movies? Okay. All right. Was she the librarian ghost? By any chance? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool. Thank you. But yeah, so that was just a really fun one to film. Fingers crossed for what? Oh, thank you. They already love me in Italy, which I think is really cool because I'm mostly Italian. And I've gotten like all the photos that have me with the Ghostbusters logo and IMDb logo that I have on my Facebook page and elsewhere. The Ghostbusters Mania people from Italy, like the main Ghostbusters hub of fans out there, made that for me. They teamed up with IMDb and got permission because I'm listed on their cast, and they made me those photos. So it was really exciting, and that's how a lot of people know that I was in the film. And also, the librarian ghost in the beginning is part me and also part another actress. She is in the beginning part, and I'm the one that slimes Kristen Wiig. So that was really fun to get a close-up. Oh, the Dutch fans like me too? That's really cool. Yeah, I'm the one throwing up, basically. I guess they thought I looked good doing that because they had us like do a bunch of different faces and stuff like that, and I kind of made one that sort of looked like that. I was really in the moment. It was an overnight shoot. It was like the third night of an overnight, or of overnight shoots that were about 19 hours a piece, and yeah, so that was just kind of funny. That's cool. I'll have to check out more of the Dutch fans and get in contact with them. Hi, Dan. How you doing? Oh, he left. Oh, that's cool. That's really neat. I'm glad that, you know, they were happy about that. That's very cool. It's always good to know. I don't know who keeps calling my phone, but it doesn't matter right now because I am busy with some coffee. That's right. What is your group named? Oh, cool. Excellent. That's really awesome. I plan on holding more Google Hangouts. Ghostbusters Dutch division. Okay, excellent. All right. Are you Dutch? Oh, cool. That is so neat. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, I'll definitely check out your group. I'll probably join it if you accept me. I don't know if it's one of the ones where you can just join or you have to get approved, but I'll have to make sure I do that. Say hi to people. Stuff like that. I'm warming up my coffee the rest of the day. Excuse me, Mom. Right now, we just had our, got approval from Ghost Corps a while ago. Very nice. Yeah, I heard that they're a big division of the whole fan base as well. So that's very cool. I'll have to check them out too. Say hi. Yeah, the Ghostbusters Mania people from Italy weren't sure if it was actually me that they got a hold of on Facebook. It was funny because I was put in the Following the Nerd.com article, and they just took a selfie of me that I had taken, and it was like SEO tagged for me when I'm searched on Google to pop up first in my images. And they just took that because obviously there's no copyright infringement issues because it's just a selfie. But it was a good selfie, and they put me next to Melissa McCarthy, which was really neat and flattering. And also, the article was partly about Paul Feig, director, and he was clearing up a proton pack issue. It's actually my cover photo on Facebook. I don't know if you've seen that. Oh, it's hard to make out if that's me. Oh, from the trailer. Oh, yeah. I do have a screenshot of it as part of my profile photo. And people have been buying those from me autographed. I'm trying to find my coffee here. Yeah. So, but if you just look at like the nose and my eyebrows. Oh, you bought one too? Okay, excellent. So I'll have to get on ordering those, and they will be coming out soon and getting to you as well very soon. So I'm excited.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, she told me last week. All right. So we'll see you when you see them, Friday.
They're fun to make, and I love autographing things. When I first started like acting and modeling, I was in this Bond Girl contest for Timeless and Synergy. They're up and coming companies at the time, and I said, sure, you know, I'll be a part of the contest. And whoever helped me out and voted for me and, you know, shared my posts on it for, you know, trying to get support on being one of the Bond girls or the Bond girl, I gave them an autograph photo and a thank you card. So I bought 200 thank you cards, and I printed out 200 photos, signed all of them, wrote them individual thank yous based on what they wrote because I was taking notes and on the computer all the time, making sure I kept correct tallies on how many times everyone shared everything so I could thank everybody. And it was a really fun experience, and yeah, I really enjoyed that. Isn't what weird? Oh, people asking for autographs? Oh. Yeah, it's pretty surreal. It's pretty neat. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy it. I take it as like, I just feel flattered. And I just think it's really cool. Because that means that my hard work paid off. Oh, that's cool. Very nice. Yeah, very surreal. I think the perfect word to describe it, definitely. Murray-esque. You kind of look like Bill Murray, yes. That's funny. Yeah, let's see. What was I going to say? It'll come back. Do I feel famous? No. Oh, that brings me back to the point. Thank you. All right, so this is what I wanted to say. Yeah, we know, like, before social media got really, you know, big and involved in literally everything, all corporations, news, and stuff like that, and celebrities, whatever, and businesses too. Everybody has a Facebook page or Twitter or Instagram or all of the above. But before all that came along, everyone was walking around the earth just feeling like a normal person, and celebrities were just like, so like, oh my gosh, you know. And now that like movies are coming into Massachusetts and people are gaining some recognition online, because you can now, because those platforms are available, it's very cool. It's easy to feel a lot better about yourself. Like if you have confidence issues, I've heard that from people, and then you feel a little bit more like special of a person. I'm pretty humble about it. I don't really like to talk about it with people that, especially that I just meet, or jobs or anything. But yeah, I don't really feel famous because I'm not sure what extent that people know me. You know, I'm not sure how many people know me. I think it's a lot, but you know, until I get asked in person, just walking around and have the paparazzi following me, I probably won't feel famous until then. And even then, I don't even think that would change anything like about me or personality-wise or anything. I don't even know how I would react to that, honestly. It'd probably be pretty fun because, you know, I'm goofy if you've seen my Vines and some of my Instagram videos. So I'd probably do some silly stuff, and I think the paparazzi would love to follow me around. Yeah, you saw. That little smiley face was cool. It showed up and it like did a little circle. Yeah. Yeah, and my Chaunty shows, like the reality editions, like when I'm just walking around, I do a lot of funny stuff. So I'm glad they make you smile.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Then the microphone's working. This is awesome. I'm halfway through.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't get the camera to work, but I got the microphone to work. So that's 50-50. Wow.
Exactly. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm better than I thought.
Yeah, these things can be hard to like figure out. I know I had to install a plugin real quick, so I was like a minute or two late. But then they had like a Q&A thing, and I tried to set that up, but I was like, well, what question would I ask? You know,
Yeah,
so
well,
I do that.
I was like, I was sitting here, and my girlfriend went like, "Why are you typing? There's a microphone right there." I said, "Well, it's not working." She said, "You don't have it plugged in." Ah.
Oh my
Okay, so I'm not that good with computers. I mean, if they start up, I'm fine, and if you know everything's working, I know how to work them.
Yeah.
But as soon as they like fail on me, I'm screwed, and I need to call someone else because I don't know what to do with them. This is really fun. But this is cool. I mean, if I got something to tell people at work tomorrow, you know what I did? I chatted with the person with the new Ghostbusters movie. How's about that?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, I like that. I like people. I like meeting people all over the world. I mean, that's just fun. You know, but I also enjoy being able to tell, or just to say, okay, I met someone special, or who does something extraordinary, or you might not know him or her, but I do because he or she is in this movie. That's just fun things. The person I mentioned just now, Robin Shelby, she's on Facebook too. I mean, I don't know how old she is, but she was in the original movies, and she's actually just like you, but she's just older. And
Oh, that's great.
she does the same thing. She does all this wacky stuff. She always posts a video on Monday on how horrible the Mondays are, and just struggle through your Mondays, and that's just amazing, and that's so much fun to know someone like that. I mean, I asked her when I first got to know her, well, how well do you know someone online? I just asked her, okay, could I have your autograph? She said, why would you want my autograph? She said, well, because you're a Slimer.
Yeah.
And she said, well, okay. And I had her autograph, and I just posted it on Facebook. Like, that was like 3 or 4 years ago. I said, look what I got. I got an autograph from the original Slimer from Ghostbusters 2. And everyone went like nuts, and like, she gives out autographs? Well, yeah, if you contact her, she would. And, that was just so much fun. And she got a positive experience out of it, and so did I. So I like doing that. It's just, I do follow you on Facebook, and I like the overall positive things you send out. Like, okay, the glass is always half full, not half empty. Let's go let's have some fun, get a cup of coffee and enjoy your day. And I really try to live like that. I'm not always succeeding at it, and here I go rambling on again. That's what I do.
All about progress, and I love to stay positive too, because we all have bad days, and we're not always like rocketing off into positive land, So
Exactly.
it's like it helps when someone else tells you, that you're doing a good job and you are like a good person, and gives suggestions and stuff, or like positive quotes, or just like a smiling face that you can just like watch and feel like you're hanging out with. I try to be as personable as possible, and I think I kind of am that type of person. So
You are.
I think
Yeah, to me, like, yeah, you are. I mean, like on the way you present yourself on Facebook, you just that's I like that. It's something I strive to be more. I'd like to think I'm succeeding, but I'm not sure. I mean, because there's a lot of stuff going on. Not personally in my life. I mean, I got a great life, but around me there's a lot of stuff going on.
Oh yeah.
And I'm easily influenced, I think.
Yeah.
I can have the best day of my life, and one of my friends doesn't, or is like down or depressed or something, and I'm like an emotional sponge. I mean, I just absorb it, and you could say it's like dragging me down, and that's something my girlfriend always says. You got to shield yourself against that, because it's draining all your energy. Your battery's exhausted, and you don't get a chance to recharge it.
No, not until you sleep or something.
Well, a little sleep doesn't solve it anymore, or wouldn't solve it anymore, because you're just too exhausted. I mean, Saturday, I went to this convention in Germany with a friend of mine.
Wow.
We had the best time. It was a 3-hour drive with a big Star Trek thing going on. All these big stars were there. It was intensely cool. And one of my friends who came along, we went like, why aren't you getting any autographs? You got to pay for the autographs. And I could understand him not going for William Shatner, because he was insanely expensive.
Oh.
But, it's like, why aren't you getting, your heroes right here? One of these women from Star Trek he admired, and say, why aren't you getting that $30, €30 autograph? It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
And it turned out he couldn't afford it because there was some trouble at work, and he had some trouble here and there. And it's like, and here I was having all these wonderful autographs and a beautiful day, and I just couldn't help but feel depressed for him, because I was like, oh, I'm so sorry for you, because here I am enjoying myself, and you're so depressed. And I just felt sorry for him. So I went to the ATM and I got some money. So here you go. Just get the damn autograph, because I can't stand this anymore.
I know, I don't blame you.
I was like, oh, come on, here you go. Here's that $30 and just get the damn autograph. And here's another 10 and get some coffee for us, but please. Because I can't stand that. And
like the negative energy, because it really is contagious, unfortunately, which sucks. And that's why I believe in Reiki so much, and a lot of spiritual things like yoga and meditation, because I feel like, obviously everything, even intangible items, kind of give off some sort of energy sometimes.
Definitely. I believe that too. Yeah.
Yeah, especially maybe an urn, because there's literally a person inside of it, or someone who's passed, one of their favorite items they always had with them or on them, you pick it up and you kind of you feel like they're there again.
Yeah, I got that. I also believe the opposite, that items or inanimate objects can get tainted.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Here we go. This is going deep. This is fun. I like this. Where I live now, I live here with my ex-wife, she, when we got here, she complained. She said, I can't sleep in this house. Whenever you're gone, I feel like something is trying to smother me. I just want to run out and leave the house.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Don't be such a baby. You just got to get used to the house. It's a beautiful house. Don't be such a baby. She said, no, I swear there's something that's pulling me down. Well, a few months later, we got a divorce. Had nothing to do with the house. She just fell in love with someone else, so she left, etc. Turned out, the clue was this was going on while we were living there. It's very important. I got a new girlfriend. We're very happy. And at a certain point, she started complaining again. She started complaining too. I mean, I feel like I'm being watched. I'm not alone. She said, this morning, I could have sworn there was someone in the living room. I heard footsteps. There was someone there, and I knew it wasn't you because you were at work. I called her a few minutes before that. She said, I even called out to you, and I knew it wasn't you. I said, oh, come on. Come on. Just don't. You're crazy. I mean, I was into Ghostbusters back then too, so I was like, oh, come on, I'll keep you safe. Don't worry. Just making a bit of a joke about it. But then a friend of mine who was into a lot of spiritual stuff and into Reiki, yoga, etc. He said, you know what? How about if I come over tonight? I was alone. We had split up. She fell in love with someone else. Same story. She said, how about I come over tonight, just grab a cup of coffee, we talk, and I'll do a sweep of the house or something. I don't know how to translate it properly, but I think it would translate it. I'll just sweep the house. I'll just feel, just see if I can pick something up. So you go right ahead. And we sat in the kitchen. He said, there's something here. You know that, right? No, I don't feel anything. He said, no, you're a man. And that whatever is here is a woman.
Oh.
Female. I said, what? He says, your house is tainted.
Ooh.
He says, your house is really, really tainted. And it's by something female that is trying to protect you to an extent that, whatever something bad is about to befall you, that entity or that whatever is there protects you. That's why the women in your relationship always felt so bad or started feeling bad once they fell in love with someone else or were unfaithful. It happened to me 3 times in a row.
Wow.
I said, that's why the women in this house always felt so bad.
Yeah.
And now my current girlfriend is the biggest sweetheart in the world, loves me dearly. I love her very much. And
Wow.
I told her about it. I said, do you feel anything here? She says, no, not a thing.
Good.
Not a thing. Slept like a log. Never felt anything. He cleansed it. He said, I'll try to cleanse it. And I don't know how he did it because I really, you know what? I'm kind of scared of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really want to know. I said, just do your thing, whatever you do. And yeah, that was pretty intense. And that was an entire house. And I looked it up at the city hall because I worked there. And I said, okay. It turns out that every family that lived in this house that were married or engaged or just together, every man and woman living together in this house, from 1965 onwards, split up.
Wow.
Never. They always split up.
Wow.
Well, that's something you want to go to bed with, right? It's like, he told me that. The entire your house is tainted story. He told me that about 11 in the evening, 11 p.m. I was like, oh, great. Now I got to go to sleep.
Or try, right?
Or try. Well, you know, I never experienced anything.
Mm-hmm.
And wow. Yeah, it was. I do believe in stuff like that. You know, like when something really bad happens at a place, which did in my house in 1965 when it started. A woman it had to do with a passing of a woman. A woman passed away.
Wow.
The husband got remarried, and then it started. And I don't know the details of her passing. Supposedly it was tragic, and it just kept on rolling ever since.
Wow. That's amazing.
Well, it's scary. You know, people automatically assume that, oh, you like Ghostbusters, so you like that stuff too. It's like, no, Ghostbusters is just fiction. It's funny. It's it's not real.
Yeah.
But stuff like that is. And I always say, I'm not sure. I mean, if you're like thinking, oh my God, what a weirdo. That's fine too. But
I'm not experienced like similar things.
But you know, it's like I always say I don't want to meddle with things like that because, I mean, once you open a floodgate, how do you get the water back in?
Exactly. It can be
Right?
very much like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It scares the bejeebus out of me. I don't want to. I mean, as I said, I like Ghostbusters, and because it's funny, it's part of my childhood, and I hope the new one will be enjoyable for a lot of new kids, girls, boys, whatever. But it's just fiction. It's not real. It's not how it works.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
That's
It's not that easy. We didn't have like real life Ghostbusters without it being creepy.
It would be hella creepy if we had the real deal. I mean, I would be.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, we always, you know, all the guys in the group and the girls in the group would go, oh, God, what if it was a real profession? I said, I would probably be in a psych ward or something because I would be freaking out. I would be freaking out if this was real. I mean, if you could actually catch things like that, I mean, it would be irrefutable proof too. But, you know, it's like, oh, that's so scary. I never liked that. I'm not scared of it. I mean, really, I'm not. But I'm just thinking, you know, it's the same thing as when people go swim in the ocean and get attacked by a shark. It's like, what were you doing there? You don't belong in the ocean.
Yeah,
We're humans. We don't belong in the ocean. And if you get attacked by that creature, because you're its habitat, it's where he lives, and you're invading it.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you meddle with stuff like that, it's like oh gosh, what's that called? It's like the Ouija board thingies and
Ouija board.
all, you know, all that creepy stuff. I'm like,
Creepy.
oh, please stay away from it. It's so creepy. I don't like it. I really don't.
It's really bad. I feel like it opens a lot of like those floodgates, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you can have like, you know, really bad things following you around, bad energy, spirits and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
you don't want that.
I definitely believe in bad energies and good energy following you around.
Yes.
And I think it's your attitude and the way you look at life that attracts them, that attracts it. If you're a very negative person, you're an easy target for negative energy. If you're a positive person, I think that positive energy will find you because, you know, it attracts. It's like it's kindred spirits or something, if you want to call it that. You know,
Yeah, that's very true. That's a very, very, very good way to put it. That makes a lot of sense. Because I do believe the same thing. Like, even with people and that are like alive, not even just spirits. Like, if you're a negative person, you're just gonna attract like a lot of negative people that have like the same qualities as you. And then you're never gonna find, like, if you're in search, say, of like a really good friend or partner in life or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, and you're looking to date, to marry, and stuff, like, if you're negative, you're just going to find someone who's going to treat you badly. But if you're like completely positive and you're living like a healthy lifestyle and, you know, like you have like a spiritual side to you that, like, you know, is more of an outlet for you to put out energy, you know, I think,
Mm-hmm.
you know, of what your own consists of, then you'll definitely attract the right kind of person to like have a long-term relationship with. But other than that, like, I think if you're negative, then it'll just attract anything negative because people feed off of negative energy, you know, whether they're alive or deceased.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, have you ever wondered how come? Yeah, oh, I am not supposed to say this to a woman, but how all the assholes in the world seem to clutter. You know, like we have that everywhere, group forming, and whenever it's a group of jerks or jackasses, it's just, you know, a group full of them.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
there's never gonna be one that like isn't.
yeah, kindred spirits. They just like, okay, you're a jerk and I'm a jerk, so let's be jerks together.
Yep.
And I think the same thing goes for positive people. I mean,
Yes.
it's a funny story how I met my girlfriend. Really, I mean, we weren't even attracted to each other at first. We met and then we were like friends. It was like, okay, we're good friends, and it turns out I had the same hobby she had, and well, she wasn't into Ghostbusters, but we like fantasy movies, elves, and stuff like that. We were really into that, Lord of the Rings, etc. She likes the classic horror movies, the old ones. I like them, and it's like, gosh, we have a lot in common. So, you know, let's hang out. And it took. I'm just gonna look at her right now. How long did it take before we got together? 4 months, 5 months before we 4, 5. Yeah, 4, 5, maybe even 6 months. I don't know. No. What's not important? Yeah, well, it is. I'm telling a story, and and it was like 6 months before we even were like, she's actually quite pretty, you know. And then because we were just connecting on a whole different level, and
Yeah,
that's,
exactly.
you know, you got together. That's the same what I told you before about the house and the energy here. She never experienced it because she's very positive,
And she's
and
probably a very good person, you know.
she is. I think. No, I'm not. I'm thinking. I'm sure she is one of the most honest persons I've ever met in my life.
Oh.
She is incredibly honest. I mean, she couldn't lie if her life depended on it. Really, she couldn't. She couldn't. No, because I would get home and sometimes, you know, there was something wrong, or she got into trouble or something. It's like, oh, and she tries to like cover it up. You know, it's like, what's wrong? Nothing. Oh, okay, come on, spill it. What? Okay, I broke this, or because, you know, she can't lie, and
Yeah.
I love that. I've been lied to too much, so that's something I really appreciate in her not being able to lie.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a very good quality because I have experienced the same thing with like people lying, even friends, you know, boyfriends, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just, Yeah, it's just really nice when you experience a lot of honesty. Sometimes it's like hard to believe. It's like,
Yeah.
is this for real? Like, is this like too good to be true, or
Yeah. Are you
is this
pulling me
about
on
it?
because you're so honest? There's something up. What's up? You know, that kind of feeling, you know, when you meet someone who's really honest, just really sincere, and you go like, okay, what's the catch?
Yeah,
Nobody's this honest. Nobody's this nice ever.
yeah,
I had that when I was working, and there was this old lady. She had to cross the street, and she was just waiting for the cars and stuff. So I just walked up to her and said, "You need some help because I'll help you cross." And she looked at me with a look in her eyes like she was afraid,
oh,
because I'm not a small guy. I'm like, what? I don't know in feet, but I'm about let's see, what about 6'4", I think.
okay, yeah,
Yeah, so that's pretty tall. And I'm kind of muscular. I'm big built. I'm a big guy.
yeah.
And she was like, "Oh my God, this giant is going to crush me here, or she's going to take my wallet or whatever." And it's like, no, no,
Oh,
really, I just want to help you across the street. It's okay. I mean, if you don't want me to, it's fine. I'll just go. No, 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 no. It's okay. Please, please help me out. But it's a shame, actually, come to think of it, that we live in a world where people distrust honesty. You know, that's actually something to think about.
it really is. It's a very broad topic. It's like, and it's deep too. It's like, bless you.
Bless
Uh,
you.
but yeah, like I've asked people like if they need help before too, like on tons of occasions, because I do like a lot of CNA work on the side when I'm like not acting or modeling, or at
Yeah.
least do. And one time I was just driving one of my friends home. There's just three of us girls in the car. I had a coupe, so it was like a two-door, obviously, and one of our friends was like trying to get into her house, so I was just waiting to make sure she actually was able to get in. And I heard like someone yelling like, "Help, help, oh my gosh, help me, I'm hurt, blah blah." And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "You guys," I'm like, "Do you hear that?" And they're like, "No." I'm like, "No." Like I'm like, watch the car, I'll be right back. And so I just like darted down the road in the direction of the sound. And I was like, "Where are you?" Like, and there's this poor, like, old lady. She had fallen on the ground. Her glasses fell off and broke, so she couldn't see anything. She had groceries in her hand, just a few bags, but still probably too much for someone that was using a cane to be carrying.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked up all her groceries, helped her up off the ground, made sure she wasn't, like, hurt, and I walked her like arm in arm back to her house, because I was like, "Do you know where your house is, or do you have a cell phone on you? Do you feel like you need an ambulance?" And she
Yeah.
was kind of out of it because she sort of like hit her head a little bit, but it wasn't like a contusion, and there was no like egg going
Yeah.
on. So
That's
I
okay.
felt it was, yeah. So I just like I walked her to her house, and someone answered the door. So thank God someone was home, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh." So I explained the whole situation to that person, and they said, "Okay, we'll take her to the hospital." I was like, "Okay, thank you." But like, oh my gosh, like, and my friends didn't even run to help. I'm like, what kind of people are you?
That's the way of the world right now.
Right?
Have you ever been to New York?
Yes.
Yeah. I went there when I was 20. Oh my God, I gotta think back. I think I was 20, 22, 23, something like that. That's like 17 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, something like that. And I stayed with friends, and we talked about. I don't know how it came about, but we were talking about self defense for women. He was teaching self defense for women classes, and he says, one thing that we teach women right now is not to cry for help anymore when something happens. Yeah, I joked and said, "Okay, you just teach them how to beat the crap out of a guy." I said, no, 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 of course not. Just to get free, and then just call for fire or something like that.
Yeah, just run if you can.
Or just holler, just top of your lungs, just call fire. So fire? Yeah, because people care about fire. They don't care to help. They care about the fire. They don't care about someone getting hurt anymore. They just
Yeah.
walk past it. But if something's on fire, they come running.
Oh, yeah. People will start calling for that.
That's if you think about it, that's twisted.
It is
You
twisted.
know? They care more about a building than about the well-being of a human. And
Human.
human being, yeah. Yeah, they don't care about a human being anymore. They just care about a building. You know, something catches fire. Yeah.
It's like all the material things in the world matter more now.
Yeah.
Because I think of technology.
I think people just really put too much value on material stuff. I mean, I got a lot of cool stuff. I mean, I do. I mean, I got a good computer. I got my collectible and everything. But they're like there are a lot of memories in those items, but it's nothing I can't replace.
Exactly.
I got 2 of these Ghostbuster proton pack things. I built them, and they were costly, and they took a while to build them. It took like 4 years or something in total.
Wow.
But if the house would catch fire right now, I wouldn't run upstairs and get them. I was like, let them burn. I'll make a new one. I'll just get my girlfriend out, my cat out, the hamster out, and that's it. Because I can't replace those. I mean, I got pictures of my mom and my dad. I can replace those because I have them all backed up somewhere. I mean, I have them. So it's all stuff I can replace, but it's just insane. And the thing is, in Holland, it wasn't like this before. Not like 10 years ago, it wasn't like this. But somehow people just got desensitized or something. I think they just found comfort in apathy. I don't know. Just don't care anymore.
Yeah, it's weird. That's it. Like, I honestly think it's because of like the media, like news and stuff, because it's so incredibly negative. And like, if I feel like honestly, like it's just kind of like human nature. If you hear too many negative things going on all the time, and then like a few positive things here and there, but if you're listening to that every day, right when you first wake up, it starts influencing your thoughts. Mm-hmm. And then, maybe during the middle of the day, if you're having like break time and the news is on, and then at night before you go to bed, it influences your thoughts, and you're like, eventually it gets into your belief system because you're just like so used to hearing about horrible things happening that you're just like, well, whatever, just another thing. And that's why I don't watch TV.
I gotta be honest, I really don't read the newspapers anymore. And I avoid the news whenever I can.
Me too, yeah.
The last few years, just the other day, I think it was today, I'm actually now scrolling through my phone, seeing if I don't want to really find it anymore. I just, I was just browsing through Facebook, and most of my Facebook just consists of my friends and people related to the Ghostbusters hobby. And one of them had a picture on his Facebook wall about a guy. I don't know if it was kicking the dog or killing the dog. I really didn't want to see it. And just a dog, an innocent, sweet little dog. And that's like, that threw me off so much. I mean, I'm 40 years old here. I started to cry.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I would have too.
I was like, oh my God, why? This is so senseless. Why are you doing this? And I'm just, I used to always say, oh, my dad, whatever he says,
Are you there?
Experience everything in the world firsthand, 10 seconds after it happens. And we get flooded, smothered with all this negativity, all this killing in the Middle East, and all the horrible things that happen there, all the pressure in the Eastern Europe countries, like Ukraine and Russia. You get smothered with it, all the trouble with some of the ridiculous things in the American presidency that gets shouted out right now. We get to experience, right? As soon as they say it, we in Europe read about it. It's like 10 seconds later, it's snooze.
Yeah.
And there's no escaping it anymore. And
That'd be hard.
yeah, you can't. And the thing is, you just get smothered, covered in it until, well, actually, it suffocates you. And then what you said happens. It's like you just get more negative, more negative. Gets into your system, gets into your belief system, and the abnormal starts to become the normal.
Exactly. And what it literally does is it acts on your neurotransmitters. So like
Yeah.
the chemicals in your brain that make like everything happen. And it
Mhm.
literally paves a new neural pathway in your brain with the neurological, chemicals.
Uh-huh.
And that pattern is the like negative pattern of just not caring and not being shocked by anything anymore.
Yeah.
Just like desensitized, like it becomes a part of you as a person, not you specifically, but whoever, is immersing themselves in that much stuff. Because I don't know one positive person that watches the news all the time. It's like,
No.
it's good to know current events, yes, but how about like a positive one to talk about, not like everyone getting blown up or politics, like I try to stay away from stuff like that. I would never want to post anything like that, because I don't want to make anyone bad. Like I'd feel bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Totally. I always compare that to, just grab your arm, around the wrist and just pinch yourself really hard. The first 3 seconds, it's like, ouch. And then it doesn't hurt anymore.
Yeah.
And you go numb. You can pinch all you want. You don't feel it anymore. It's done.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah, and that's what leads to like self-harm behavior in people and depression, anxiety, because you don't feel, there's not like a sense of like there's a safety blanket out in the world and I'm going to be going to the grocery store right now and nothing bad is going to probably happen to me because nothing bad is really going on in the area, when there really is, and they're like throwing it all in your face. So it's like, it like makes people nervous, like to even just be outside or driving or anything, especially that added on with like traumatic events that anyone has ever experienced in their life. Like, that's going to make people like want to go on pharmaceuticals basically, or not want to, but have to, because people have breakdowns.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know how I cope? I just I cope with 80s movies. It works like a charm.
Yes, 80s movies are the best. I love. Was Problem Child an 80s movie or a 90s movie? Do you know?
Top of the head, I think it's an 80s movie.
Yeah, I think it's like the late 80s.
Late 80s.
Oh, I love that movie.
But you know what it does? And that's probably this. I was an 80s child. I mean, I was born in 75, so I was like 15. At the end of the 80s, and that's like, it takes me back to a time in my head and in feeling where everything I felt really safe. I felt comfortable. The biggest worry in the world was what's for dinner.
Yeah, simple life.
Yeah, that was, and oh yeah, I hope she'll date me. That was about it. And but I stayed a kid. I mean, I'm still a kid in my head, but I never wanted to grow up, because once I experienced the adolescent and grown up life, it's like, I really don't like this. I really don't, and I still don't. I don't run away from responsibilities, but I escape a lot. That's why most likely I just do what I do within the Ghostbusters thing and everything. It's a trip back in time to the 80s, and I'm one of those guys from the 80s being awesome, and people love it, and it just feels like a safety blanket, like you call it, just something I can fall back on and get this massive recharge, positive energy, positive. People love it. I love it. And you're exhausted at the end of the day. But it's like, so good to not worry about anything for like 8-9 hours. Just all you have to worry about staying on your feet, drinking enough coffee and water, staying healthy and smile. Well,
Exactly.
that's
Yeah.
about it. And it's
And
just
getting sleep.
getting sleep. Well, I always, when I get back home from a convention, Holland is not that big, so mostly it's just a 2.5 hour drive tops.
Yeah.
And I just, get back home, put the equipment back in storage, take off the uniform, just go to bed. And once I see the bed, just probably smell oh, I'm getting seasick.
Sorry.
No problem. And I'm like, and I'm just, as soon as I smell the pillow, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Crash. And then that's the kind of sleep that really recharges
Yes, it
your
is.
energy. You go to bed satisfied, happy, feeling good, and we
Relax.
getting a tour of the house.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's okay.
Would you mind holding on for 1 second? My mom asked for my help.
No worries, I will. No
All
problem.
right, thank you.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, makes me yeah, just let me know what you need done. Okay. Any specific kind of spaghetti?
Whatever's in there.
Okay. All right, we're going this way. Sorry to move you.
No, it's okay. I'm just not going to watch the screen and won't get seasick.
Exactly.
It's like motion sickness. It really is. I mean, if I try to follow you while you're walking around, it's like, oh.
It's hard, yeah. I'm sorry to put you
There's
through.
no problem, really. It's really okay.
I know. I'm trying to hold this thing still, and I can't. It's wobbling in my hand a little bit.
Yeah, that's it. That's no problem, really. But this is fun. You should do this more often. This is funny. This is nice. I'll invite some of the Dutch Ghostbusters over as well.
Yeah, I definitely want to.
I love this. If you you know what, you could just if you schedule it okay, then and then, I'm going to do it next week after 2 weeks. I'll just make sure they're online. It's all in Google Hangout, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, that will be fun.
I just be prepared for a lot of how was it? How was the movie? How was working with this? How was working with that? Did you actually meet those people, like Kirsten Wiig and stuff? Did you actually meet them, or was it you did?
I got to meet them. I was one of the lucky people that got to meet them.
Oh.
And I got to actually face off with them in some of the takes that they were doing. So I had Melissa McCarthy in front of me, and she told me I was doing a good job, and that it was really cool, really nice. They're all wicked nice.
This is so. This could because I kind of figured that, they all seem like such nice women and great persons to be with. That this is why I don't like the girls getting such a hard time. This is funny. It looks like you just went down on an escalator.
Yeah, I had to grab a pan. Sorry, I'm still listening now. Girls have a hard time
with all the with the trailer and all the negativity. You probably heard all about that. Negativity about the trailer. People just don't like the movie, being all negative because it's all female and it's a reboot, and it's like, let's give it a chance. I mean, these are talented actresses, all of them. They know what they're doing. Paul Feig is actually a good, funny guy. So it's,
comedians.
Yeah, give him a break.
Yeah.
Just go out, watch the movie. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, then it's not. I'm pretty sure it's good, but
yeah, the scenes that we filmed,
yeah,
that a lot of my other actor friends were in. Overall, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a really, really good movie. Because the scene they act in the fight scene is so cool. Oh my gosh, action-packed and funny too.
Yeah, I think so. But there was a lot of comment when the first scene of the trailer was those three girls and you were like hovering there.
Yeah.
The library ghost is hovering there, and she seems docile, etc., etc. And then the vomiting, the slime throwing comes on. And there was so much flack over that. People were like, oh, this is so cheap, and it's another vomit and pee and poo joke from Paul Feig. So, well, no, it's a ghost sliming Kirsten Wiig. It's not vomiting. It's just a new way of sliming someone. I mean, had this been done in the old movies, we would have laughed because it was so funny. And now people just want to, bitch about it. A good word? Yeah, I think so. They just want to bitch about it. And it's like, come on, just go see it and enjoy it and be grateful that after 27 years, is it? Yeah, we get a new movie. Finally, we get something new.
It's really cool. Yeah, I think they'll like it. They'll all change their minds because I know that the people that aren't like huge fans are probably going to go see it first.
Yeah.
Or the ones that like the idea of having a different cast will go see it first. And then they're going to tell everyone about it, post all about it on social media and all that stuff, And then I think the diehard fans that are like, no, we don't like this, are going to go have to see it after because they're going to wonder.
They will. I mean, they'll all go see it. The positive people will see it. The neutral people will see it. And the negative people will see. They want to see it because they want to bitch and moan some more and want to have new material. So they'll go see it too. I mean, it's the same thing with the, I don't know if you've seen it, the new Batman versus Superman movie.
Yeah, like where one of them dies.
Yeah, which is like, okay, it got a lot of negativity. It was a bad movie. It was not well written, not well put together. And turns out it's one of the highest grossing superhero movies of all time.
Yeah, because it's like a controversy.
People want to go see it. I mean, I read about it and I was like, oh, this movie is supposed to be really bad. I told my girlfriend, we might just want to save the money and not go because they say it's really, really bad. And she said, well, I don't care. I want to go see it. I like Superman. I like the actor. He looks good. He's a handsome man. I want to go see the movie. Yeah, let's go find out what all the fuss is about. And we just went and we had a great time. I enjoyed it. It was one of those, it was one of those movies when you just, you shut off and just have your popcorn and your soft drink and just enjoy.
Exactly.
That's what happened. And the new Ghostbusters will be exactly that kind of movie. The diehard fans like me, they're the positive diehard fans, will enjoy it immensely. The neutral people will just go, hey, okay, I had a fun night, and it was a good movie. I enjoyed myself. Okay, enough said. The negative people will go, they'll stay negative because they are just too damn stubborn to admit that they were wrong. So there you have it. Nothing will change. Nothing will change. What? Oh, sorry. Okay. No, that was my girlfriend. She was just asking the cat in Dutch what she was doing.
Oh, that's cool.
No, she can't see you because I don't have the camera hooked up. And you have like almost the same shirt like my girlfriend has.
Oh, really? Is it pink from Victoria?
Yeah, the pink. No, she doesn't have the striping on the arm, but she does have a shirt like that.
That's cool. They're
she
so
can hear you,
comfortable.
by the way. Oh.
Hi.
You're a pretty woman.
She said you were pretty.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure she is too. She's so cute.
She's the new library ghost from the new. I told you, okay, from the new movie. That was awesome. Yeah, I'm still looking for like a cool wallpaper of that library ghost with you in it, like
Yeah, see if I can get I think they're called GB Maximo or whatever.
Machismo. Yeah, I know him.
Okay, yes. I'm gonna see if he can like maybe get like another still shot and make a nice collage out of it, or I can just make one myself probably. Of like, because I took a bunch of screenshots and it'd be funny to get mid slime, and then my face next to it. And my little signature with a smiley face.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'll ask him. I mean, I know him too. I mean, I think I met him once in Germany. I think I did.
That's cool.
That was just really like hello, and his English isn't that good. I think because he's from Italy. Yeah, he's from Italy. His English wasn't that good, so it was hello. And I think we shook hands, and that was about it. But yeah, he's a nice guy. He's always willing to help out. And, you know, whenever I post something on Facebook regarding Ghostbusters and being positive, come on, people, let's go. Let's make this work. He's always one of the first guys to like it. And it's like, thank you. Yeah, thank you. I don't know what his real name is, but
doesn't matter.
He's around. I mean, we just call him GB Maxismo. I don't know. GB Max.
I think it sounds cooler than probably any name you can come up with. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a name he came. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they didn't. His mom and dad didn't call him GB.
That would be funny though. That'd be a good story for him to tell. He should make a video about it.
Yeah, well, that's fun. I mean, I always like stories behind things. That's why, you know, like in a movie like this, like the new one, you know, we all know the story about Kirsten Wiig. We all know who Melissa is and Kate McKinnon. But, you know, we know you're in there, but we don't know your story. And that's just fun, you know. That's why the first question I asked was, how'd you get cast?
Yeah.
That's so much fun, you know, because first time we saw the trailer, me and a friend, Mark, he's a real good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, this is all CGI. I was like, I don't think the woman's CGI. The face moves too natural to be CGI.
Yeah, they didn't do that to the face too much, like at all. They just, they did, a lot of it was, I probably shouldn't say, but it's a little bit of both real and CGI. Just the effect of the body.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, that's you know, actually, this is how they did it with the old movie too.
Oh, good.
With the Slimer, really, they didn't have the advanced CGI that they have now, but it was actually part puppet, part real woman.
Oh, cool.
And it was real funny because if you see it, Robin is really a small woman. She's really small, and you see the small woman with a huge puppet on her body, and her actual hands coming out of the puppet, and that's just what moving around.
Wow.
And they just, you know, it's a way of shooting it. I'm not sure how they do it. I don't really want to know because it just ruins the magic.
Yeah.
And they just had it fade over, and it's just blended into one thing, and it looked like the ghost we see in the movie. And I'm sure that's what they did with you too. She's like, you know, it's your expression, your body, and it was your face, not your body, right?
Basically, yeah.
Basically, yeah. Or
it's partly my body though too at the same time because it shows part of like what I was wearing.
Yeah.
Which was like a corset type thing. You know, that was really cool. We had really cool outfits for that. So it was really neat.
Mm-hmm. So if they ever do a sequel, without spoiling it, of course, would you want to be in it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would want a speaking role too. I actually gave Paul Feig like little memorabilia stickers from the 1984 film. You know, the original logo on it. I gave him a little pack of it and my business card. We weren't supposed to go up and talk to him, but I ran up real quick and I was like, excuse me, Paul. And I'm like, can I talk to you real quick? And he's like, okay, you know, and like his little friends like backed up a little bit and like we started talking and like I gave him the stickers and he's like, oh, you're such a sweetheart, blah, blah, blah. And he like complimented me like 10 times. So I was like, okay, gotta go, bye. Like, so I was getting called all the days, you know? So I was like, I'm gonna go have a cup of coffee to celebrate that.
He was in Paris a few months ago, and a friend of mine met him.
Oh, wow.
And that friend actually owns one of those old Ectomobiles, Ecto ones.
Yeah.
He's actually the only one in the European mainland that has that car. And yeah, and he's my friend. Oh my gosh. Um, I actually never drove the car, but that's beside the point. But he met Paul Feig, and he's like, they give that man so much shit over this new movie. Oh, I mean, crap over this new movie. And this man is so nice. He is
He's so nice.
so friendly. He took time to sit in the car. He looked and gave him compliments and talked about the new movie and why he didn't use this type of car in the new movie. But
Cool.
and that's like he was like, please don't attack this man for making this movie. He loves doing this. He
Yeah.
is so passionate about it, but he didn't want to just make another rehash, not another. Like Bill Murray said, don't make another one just for the sake of making another one. Make something unique. He made something unique. So, and secretly, I'm still hoping because we'll be at the premiere in Amsterdam.
Nice.
The new movie will premiere in Amsterdam on the 13th or 14th, I think. And we got invited. My Ghostbuster group got invited.
Cool.
And there's all these celebrities there, mostly Dutch, Belgian celebrities, but every now and then a director or an actor from the original movie or from the movie like attends too. And I'm so hoping that Paul is going to make it and be there, as it would be so amazing to meet that guy.
Yeah. He probably will be there, I'm assuming. He's just so, he really is so nice. Like, and there's just one point, after I gave him the stickers and we had a little break, because we're doing all overnights, and I was standing there and there's a group of us ghosts and they're getting close-ups on us so they could maybe use it in some part of the movie or whatever and configure it somehow and just make it fit in. And as soon as the camera got on me, because I was acting so intensely and looking like a really scary kind of showgirl, we get to wear these really cool costumes that I'll talk about after the movie's released.
Okay.
But they're from Sony Entertainment, their underground wardrobe that they have. It's from a classic movie from back in the 40s or 50s. So it was just crazy. It was so neat and it was cool that they fit. And it was hard to get out of them to use the restroom, by the way. That was oh my gosh. I was
That's the same thing. That's the same thing with the flight suits that we wear. Whenever for a man, it's really easy. It's just a small zipper down there. It's really convenient. But all the female members go like, oh gosh, I have to take everything off just to go to the bathroom. This
hold it up so it doesn't hit the toilet.
They come up to me and say, Andre, yeah, I gotta pee. So go. Yeah, but I might be gone for half an hour. Yeah, go ahead. I know where you are. Let's go ahead and go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's thanks for checking in.
Hey, did they just sheer curiosity? Did they make you sign something like a non-disclosure thing or something for this movie?
Yeah, non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means I'm not digging at anything. I'm just fascinated by the thought. That means that that a lot of stuff, know stuff about the movie. Then you could actually spoil it for the entire world if you wanted to. Well, you can't though, but yeah.
Yeah, I could. That's why I held back that what I was going to say before. I was like, okay, edit your thoughts, Chaunty. Don't let them just fly out.
No.
But yeah, I do know a lot about the film, so
cool.
It's good that they did that. It's cool because I can talk about it and being in it because I'm listed publicly on IMDb page, and my listing as a cast member was approved by the production company. So that's why I can talk about being in it, whereas you're usually not able to, and because they don't usually approve credits until closer to when the movie is out and past, in post-production or just ready to view or completed.
Well, your name was all over the internet. Once, oh, excuse me, you were still talking, but I said your name was all over the internet just hours after the trailer went on online.
Oh,
And everyone
really?
was like, yeah, really? Yeah, it was. I mean, I found you literally like I think 45 minutes after I saw the trailer.
Oh, wow. That's
It's like
funny.
oh, it was like okay, oh, who's the ghost lady? Because that's a geeky thing, really. You start identifying players like okay, that's Kirsten Wiig, that's Kate McKinnon, that's Chris Hemsworth, et cetera, and who's the ghost lady?
Yeah.
Okay, who's the ghost lady? So it immediately went online in all the Ghostbuster groups, all the positive Ghostbuster groups. Anyone know who the ghost lady is? And then, like 45 minutes later, your picture pops up. Like, this is the ghost lady. Okay, what's her name? Chaunty. Okay, where is she? Where does she live? Etc. Because you want to know all about it. And then you just Facebook it and it's like, she has a Facebook page. This is so cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm having myself very available for people.
But yeah, well, I think that's important. That is important. I mean, I said before, I went to this Star Trek convention this weekend, and there was something burning.
Oh no, I'm pouring pasta in real quick.
Okay, this is so funny. You're doing this thing, and you're making like pasta. Wonderful.
Oh yeah. Okay. I went to Wales University for culinary arts,
Yeah.
so I'm a chef too.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You're very versatile, aren't you? You mean you really do a lot of things. I mean, just just checking your Facebook things you do, apart from the acting, you do a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, I have I made sure in high school and in middle school that I was as well-rounded as I possibly could be because I was on the National Honor Society, so I did 40 hours of community service per term, mandated. And then I had to take a bunch of AP classes. All my classes basically were AP except for math because I had really bad math anxiety. I'm fine with math now, which is good.
Oh, I still suck at it. I never could master it.
Yeah, so I had all the advanced placement and college level courses that I was taking, and my GPA was always a 3.9 basically, or 4.0. I graduated number 32 in my class out of 500 people.
Whoa, that's a really that's. Oh, I'm sorry. That's I'm like wow. That's not, so many people, and then graduate that high. That's good, right?
Yes, that's good.
Okay, because in Holland they don't do that. They whenever someone graduates, they just tell you graduated.
Oh,
That's it. Congratulations.
a valedictorian or anything?
No, but we don't have that at all.
Oh, wow.
When I was in America for final year of my studies, and I just stayed there for a couple of weeks, not that big. I was like, whoa, this is really nasty. I mean, you actually get you came in first and you came in second, and we don't have that at all.
Yeah.
Actually, the thing is, you just get you pass or you fail.
Yeah.
And then you can if you want, you can ask your principal or whatever. I want to see the list and see how I did.
Yeah.
And they have to send out for it, and then 2 weeks later it comes in and you can look at it because we don't have that at all. You just you passed, congratulations. So either if you're an A student or a B or whatever, it's really unimportant because they don't. The only time it's important in Holland, your grades, is when you want to get into college or university, and there's more people applying than there's room for people. And
yeah.
Then they will okay, the better grades get in, and the lower grades, gotta go see or find something else to do.
Basically, yeah. Go to a trade school or something.
Yeah, well, it only happens in Holland. It's basically just with law school. It's really full, and I can't think of anything else that's really that full.
Yeah,
yeah, of course, medical school. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. For nursing, you have a waiting list, and you have to do all these prerequisites and stuff like that. And it takes there's a 2-year waiting list at UMass for example,
Yeah,
for
if
school.
you,
Because I'm in Massachusetts. So,
Mhm.
but also law is backed up for like I don't even know how many years because I was trying to get into UMass at one point to study like marketing and stuff like that. But I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I have so much experience in that already that I like self-taught myself. And I kind of like researched marketing and networking and like PR work online because I do some publicism work for some people like just on the DL. I don't really like to get credit for it or anything. I just like to do my work,
Uh-huh.
And it's interesting because I already know basically every technique there is out there, and I've utilized it and had success.
Yeah.
Even with like press releases and getting on television and stuff like that. So, so it's been really very interesting. It's been cool. So I feel like I actually gave myself sort of like a schooling, in a way, just by learning stuff off the internet and from other people, and people that are and have been to school, for that. And I was just like, why spend money on it? If I have, because you either learn on the job or you learn in school.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
kind of learned on the job. And there's a few terms I didn't really like know what their abbreviations meant, but I just looked it up, and it's like CRMs. So I was just like custom. I think custom relations management.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's like it's really cool, and they have their own like computer system or whatever that's sort of like probably an Excel type of thing that
Yeah.
measures like traffic and stuff like that. But you can do that with other apps and website builders and stuff like that. And I know some computer coding, and I know if I brush up on that, I could totally make a website again. So I
Well,
had like
I think there's no substitution for experience, really.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I work at City Hall. I work with let's see how would that translate? That would, I think, with elderly people and disabled people.
Yeah.
I provide care for them.
Yep.
So they get taken care of at home, get their wheelchairs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's what
so
I do.
basically the CNA stuff like that.
Yeah. hmm
Yeah, isn't
And
that rewarding to do?
it's the best. But we got people like who uh, only have experience from the books. They went to college, they learn their stuff, they get accepted, and they start working with us. And then those are the people that usually don't do very well because they
Yeah.
don't have any experience in the field. They just don't know what they're doing.
No, they just know like the technical version of it
Yeah.
is like the
Yeah.
protocol, basically.
Mhm. They can take apart a wheelchair and name every part,
Yeah.
but they can't talk
Like,
to an 85-year-old woman who's depressed and misses her husband.
right, exactly.
They can't do that. I don't. They really go like, I don't know. The old geezer just went on about her husband, but I mean, that's not what I came along for. I just wanted to get her the wheelchair and be done with it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, no, that's not how it works. You go to
Yeah,
that person, she's lonely, she misses her husband, so that's the main problem. And the wheelchair is
okay.
just okay. This is so funny. I wish I was recording this.
I
Just
know.
seeing you,
It's hilarious.
seeing you walk by with all the steam coming out. It was really funny. That was really funny. Okay. Yeah, but they don't feel it. They just don't. They're just yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes you're not suitable for the job. You should really do something else. Go look up something else. But
It's tough for them if they took the schooling for it and they realize after, like, oh, I'm not even capable of doing this job, nor do I really know what I'm doing.
basically, I think that's what's happening.
Yeah.
They just it seemed like a good idea at the time, and they just went with it. It's like, oh well, I'm 2 years in. Like in Holland, it's always 4 years. Everything you do, every course you take, for a serious profession, is 4 years.
Wow. You guys are like mandated to get bachelor's degrees.
Yeah.
That's probably a good thing.
It is. I think so. Yeah, because and you get like in America, I think you get like a grant sometimes, right?
Yeah,
For
you get
going to,
grants and government, what are they called? Like maybe like yeah, you get grants and I think like subsidized loans that like you don't have to pay back sometimes. Like they'll give you like a Pell Grant and then like
yeah.
give you just free money
Hmm.
in a loan form, but you don't have to pay that loan back.
Now that's the same thing here in Holland, or that was the same thing,
Yeah.
except now they say if you get a free loan, but only if you finish within 4 years. If you don't,
Oh.
you have to pay it all back. So
Wow.
there's no room
What
for
if
messing about. Excuse me?
what if someone went on a medical leave or something, like to have a baby? They could have gotten pregnant in
Yeah.
college.
Yeah. Well, that's suppose that happens. You're halfway into you're like your second year or something. You get pregnant and you have to quit and start over again. That would mean that about a year would be for your own. You have to pay for yourself, plus the entire 4 years turns into a loan that you have to pay back.
Wow.
So that's in Holland. If you have to really think it through. If
Yeah,
you're going to
that
do
sounds like
something,
it.
yeah, you really have to think it through. I mean, I was I started as a teacher. I didn't want to be a teacher actually.
Yeah.
I no, I didn't want to. But I was like, okay, German and English, I speak fairly well, so let's just roll with it and just be a teacher. And in my second year, I told my father, I was like, Dad, I really don't think this was a good idea.
Yeah.
And my mother, why? Because Mom, I think I made a mistake. I don't really want to be a teacher. And she said, well, you better pull through and make this work because there's no more money left. You got to finish this or you got like a 10,000 euro debt on your hand.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a lot.
that's an insane amount of money. That's an insane amount of money. So, yeah, okay. But, yeah, that's how it works here in Holland.
But, we're really lucky right now because Obama signed the Loan Forgiveness Act.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, which is really cool. So you can defer the payments that you owe, right? And defer them for however long. But if you have to defer them to the point where you just literally can't pay them over the course of maybe a year or two, then they just literally forgive your loan. You don't have to pay 1 cent back.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was the old system here.
That
was the old system here.
Smart and kind, I think,
Now it works like this here. If you pay, just hypothetically, say you got 15,000 euro deficit, debt. You got a debt 15,000 euros, and you finish high school or you finish your tuition at, let's say, 25.
Mm-hmm.
Then you start working. So then you get 10 years to find a job. So when you're 35, you start paying off your debt.
Yeah.
And you have to pay for 10 years. If you pay for 10 years and there's still something left, it gets forgiven. It's like, okay, you're clear.
Mm-hmm.
And you never pay more than 10 years. So if you pay off sooner, fine. If you have to take longer, after 10 years, your debt is done. You're done.
Wow.
But then at the end, you're 45 by the time you pay off a debt that you build up when you were 25.
Wow.
This is so cute. It's like you see all the activity going on. I'm sitting here in the dark. I'm actually sitting here in the dark because I need to go to bed because it's it's 10:30 in the evening here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even think about the time change. It's funny. But yeah, I don't want to hold you up or anything.
No, it's fine. It was really how do you say it? It was fun talking to you, and I had a great time. It was really good, to talk to you, talk a little bit of Ghostbusters, and yeah, too bad about that non-disclosure thing, but
I know, but I don't want to ruin the magic like you said, so.
No. Just don't ruin the magic. Don't ruin. We're really looking forward to it.
And don't incur a lawsuit, Chaunty, right?
No. No lawsuits. No whatsoever.
Right?
Okay. Okay. Well, I've got to figure out how to disconnect from this because I don't see any. Probably.
I do it. I think I just gotta press stop broadcast. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep going because I gotta help my mom out. And stuff. Her back hurts tonight.
Okay.
But, yeah, I really want to do this like on a regular basis. I think this would be really fun.
Yeah, do it. And if you know, if I know that it's coming, you say, okay, next week, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm doing this then and then. I'll just look up the time that it's on here in Holland, and I'll make sure some of the guys join in, and some of the girls, and it's like fun. You know, get to meet you. Okay.
All right, that sounds good.
Sounds like a plan. Okay.
Yeah, nice meeting you and talking with you.
Yeah, thank you very much for talking to me, and have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.